What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Grace Jones, and we're going back to her 1982 album, Living My Life. And the next track is Everybody Hold Still, which sounds like a line in a bank heist movie. Nobody move, and no one will get hurt. But it's weird, though, because nobody move or don't move is a negation of action, whereas everybody hold still, it takes inaction and turns it into a positive active verb. Holding still rather than not moving. Either way, I doubt the track has anything to do with a bank heist, though I suppose I shouldn't assume. Either way, I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. Let's check it out. This is Grace Jones. The track is Everybody Hold Still, and it's from her 1982 album, Living My Life.
Everybody hold still.
Is she caught in a stick-up?
My car would not get started. It should have clicked when indecision read its question mark. I should have known when my car would not get started. It should have clicked when indecision read its question mark. If I ran back for the phone, but instead I let it ring, I wouldn't be in this mess I'm in right now. Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt.
Like the bleepy synth.
Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt.
I mean,
I could have left all my cash and taken a credit card. I should have said don't wear no jewelry, fool, you're looking fine. I could have left all my cash and taken a credit card. I should have said don't wear no jewelry, you're looking fine. If I ran back for the phone, but instead I let it ring, I won't be in this mess I'm
a stick-up
right
in a jewelry
now.
store?
Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt. Please don't take my money, mister. Please don't take my money, mister. All my money.
I like when it swings in this slower, more
Everybody
syncopated.
hold still. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody hold still. Nobody gets hurt.
As the song walks downstairs and leaves us while still talking, I will say I love following the story on that one, and I do believe it was about a holdup or a stick-up, but not a bank. It's seemingly a purveyor of fine gems and valuable stones, other jewelry perhaps. So yeah, it felt like also a running series of unlucky events, a sort of Murphy's Law, like, I should have stayed home, I should have just watched TV, and the phone was ringing, I could have gone back and gotten it, and if I would have done that, the timing would have been different and I wouldn't have been stuck there, and you know what, my car didn't start right away, and I should have known then that that was a bad sign, just go back home. So it feels like she's now taking all the causality leading up to that event, which of course are manifold, like nearly incalculable. So yeah, it's what we do, right? Like when unfortunate events happen, we try to backtrack and see, like, oh, if only I had thought this differently here, if I had said this differently. And while there certainly is something to be said for the particular arithmetic of the way things unfold moment to moment and happenstance to happenstance, it does also suggest that there are probably forces pulling on some of these happenstance moments that, you know, would have played out even if the particular context was different, which is a long way of saying that despite what she feels like, you know, it may have just been bad luck. It may also have been indicative of the types of places she goes, the types of choices she makes, the time of day that she spends awake and, you know, doing her business. So yeah, it's interesting to hear a track about causality and lamenting the fate that has befallen you. But yeah, it sounds like in the moment the message was just don't take my money, which seems like less fear for personal well-being and surviving the moment and more about like, look, I need to get my car fixed and, you know, probably want to move to a better apartment anyway, so if you take my money, this is really going to cause problems for me. So funny overall. I like the soul gospel type of feel of the Sonics. There was this running cowbell type of rhythm. I enjoyed those bleepy synths. I'm trying to recall everything here. I just have to like flood with words sometimes, otherwise I lose things. But yeah, a fun and quirky tune and another storytelling type of track, which I've been hearing some different types of those and across some different decades. But enjoyed Grace's track here, and it felt, you know, a bit more light and quirky, despite, I suppose, the subject matter, which is, you know, someone holding a weapon and telling people don't move and you won't be hurt, which the implication of that being if you do move, you know, all bets are off as to your safety. So a cool tune. Curious to hear the rest of this album. I mentioned when we started it, there are fewer tracks than you often see on albums. I think it's like 7. Let me just clarify here. Yeah, it is 7, so we're into the final 3 after this. Cry Now, Laugh Later is the next one, so I'll look forward to that. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you then. Peace.